Hello! Welcome to an adventure. It is good to have all of you here on this Wednesday for Archival Adventures. And as you can see, I'm not alone today.
There's faces, not just
so
me.
I am Anthony Wright Day Hernandez, aka Rogan27, the regular host of Archival Adventures. And with me today is my wonderful co-host, Archivist Kira, who has joined at least once per semester ever since this started. And let's see, I see Matt M33, hello. Elixir, hello.
My secret identity.
Hannah, it's good to see you. Pretty Witchery, the cake is very ominous.
It's not a lie, though. It is a real cake on a cookbook that we'll get to.
P squared, hello. Data should be meta, yes. Shadows of Life, thank you so much for the bit. Urban Bohemian, it's good to see you. I think there was I saw a streak.
There was a streak
from Pretty Witchery, 15 streams, woo! Yeah. Bastion Cider, hello. It is good to see you as well. Today is the spooky stream.
Yeah. It's almost spooky time. Well, spooky season is upon us.
This
Yay! Unintentional horror.
Yeah.
The aspect counter will go up.
Get ready to hide under the covers as we encounter items of unintentional horror with special guest archivist Kira.
The covers will not save you.
So the goal today is we're going to look at items from the archives that are unsettling, creepy, scary,
but not intentional.
but weren't meant to be so. So that's our goal.
Yeah. Prepare to be surprised.
Yeah. The haunted doll is still in the exhibit. We didn't grab that.
Oh, don't worry.
But
we've got other things.
I've shown the haunted doll on stream before. So, oops, all horror. Exactly. But yeah, so that is going to be what is happening on stream today.
Yay.
Is there anything else I need to cover?
I don't think so.
I don't think there is. I think we can, I don't even have a finding aid to show you today. So we're just gonna hop on over to the document view and start viewing documents.
Should we start the aspect counter right away? I don't know what order things are in over here, so.
We can aspect if you want.
If we want to, we can leave our friends behind because they'll run away.
You can aspect if you want to.
Yeah.
You can leave your friends behind.
Because
your friends don't aspect?
Yeah, I don't know, debatably. And maybe we won't do both of the things that look like this, but this one has the picture that I really wanted to bring to the stream. As soon as you proposed this idea to me, and I was like, for a mere 99 cents.
I don't know why. It has a little bit of blur toward the edges because it has a little bit of a fisheye, so...
Okay. Welcome to the new Joys of Jell-O, which I know I've been on stream and talked about gelatin before. I don't think we actually got to this book because I would have remembered if I had gotten to share this picture on stream that I'm very excited about. So, the new Joys of Jell-O. This is from this book. For those of you who are not familiar with the history of the Joys of Jell-O, came out year after year after year after year after year. This particular edition is from 1974, which is important when we get to some of these pictures. They are a product of their time. The 70s.
99 cents? The horror of inflation.
Exactly. The horror of inflation, yeah.
Yeah.
A special offer, 99 cents for all of your gelatinous dreams.
Gelatinous dream.
I'm in a weird mood today. You're all gonna get it. I do love that they're like, if you're new here or a pro to the world of Jell-O gelatin, like maybe I don't know what constitutes being a pro to the world, but that's not relevant today. So I could get lost in this whole book all day, but that's not what we're going to do. We're just going to look at a couple of highlights from a lot of things today that perhaps were not intended to be inspiring of nerves or fear or horror or but somehow ended up that way.
Okay.
Because it would be too easy to look at all of these. We have a nice index as usual, good old cookbook. This is probably my favorite picture, my second favorite picture I've ever found in a gelatin publication. Again, product of its time, 1974. I've never seen someone's Jell-O mold match their pantsuit. I don't know if it's awe-inspiring or horror-inspiring. I don't know.
I think it's horror-inspiring.
They do look like they might be about to fight the X-Men. But yeah, like this is a multi-layered strawberry Jell-O mold that matches. And the question I have is, was this a choice? I mean, yes, I know it was a choice for a photo shoot, but like in real life, if this happened, which it probably did, would you intentionally choose to match your clothing to the Jell-O mold that you were bringing with you, or was that total coincidence?
Actively coming out of her stomach right now, and it's blood red too.
Yeah, it's gelatinous. And then I think you picked a page because you weren't sure why I had picked this book.
Yes.
So this is like the centerfold of this book, which is filled with some delight.
Yeah, there's a frosted sandwich. I don't quite know what these are.
So those
I think that was tuna or something.
It might be. It could also be like a frozen fruit salad. Well, that one looks savory. Usually it was like frozen gelatin with like cottage cheese or mayonnaise or something like that. Yeah, it was like a layer of frozen, just jello-y, jiggly tuna and savory filled loaf of something. That you would cut into slabs and serve on little pieces of lettuce. Sometimes with dressing.
I'm not interested in eating it.
And I do notice the other things on this table are like bread and rolls. And then behind my head, if I move up this way, just some curls of carrot and some celery leaves. So, I don't know. That's lunch? Question mark? Jell-O lunch. So this is the full Technicolor joy of the 1970s. There's like a not set gelatin thing, which confuses me even more. I think it's supposed to be gazpacho.
Yes, it is the gazpacho, which I don't understand why
it does say that it is a jellied gazpacho, but it doesn't look as like set. Anyway. The unintentional horror of sometimes gelatin dishes is a lot of fun. Also the lighting on this, just I don't know what the dramatic lighting is.
I aggressively love jelly, but old people disturb you. Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know about the lighting on this one. Is it like portrait, like Renaissance portrait?
It's 1970s.
Yeah. And this is the diet section, so you know. But anyway,
hi Jay Boone.
How could I not start out? Yes, very Caravaggio-esque Jell-O. That was my thought. I was like, what is happening? So that was a fun one I thought to start off with, because I was like, I gotta share one of my favorite Jell-O pictures.
We have additional jelly and food related items too.
Maybe, yes. We got lots of food stuff. We don't want to do all the jelly at once. I supplied some suggestions for things, but I don't know what order they're in. So we're just pulling. Oh, here was our cover photo for the stream today. The cake. Parties for children. In ominous red.
This is
like icing.
This is what inspired this entire episode. We got this in as a new item for the collection, and as soon as I saw it, I said, that looks like the poster for a horror movie.
But it's parties for... It does look like it should be a Tumblr post. That's a great suggestion.
And I don't understand why the cake is photographed in black and white, and then
Red.
they have put bright red icing on it for the title, or it looks like bright red icing for the title, but why? Why didn't they just ice the cake with the letters and photograph the entire thing? Why is the cake photographed in black and white and then the title applied later?
Maybe we'll find the answer in this book, which is over 50 parties for children from ages 4 to 12. How to plan parties children will love. Invitations, decorations, favors, imaginative ideas, dozens of exciting new games.
New games, new games.
Parties for children. Also, this is a book that has a distinct smell. I don't know where it was stored, but it also has a little odor wafting off of it, so I'm like, oh boy.
Oh, by the same author. Games for children, games for grown-ups, and the Holiday book.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever wanted to turn a paper plate into a snowman? We're probably going to learn how. So, there are themed parties for many things. We are going to encounter some historical terms and approaches to describing things that are less than ideal.
Let's go on a hike party.
Let's go on a hike party. So, as you can see, some of these parties are for everyone. Some of them are maybe only for girls in their perspective at the time.
Oh, it says circus. I was like, cactus?
I mean,
Although
a cactus party would also be interesting.
Stephen Joyce, hello.
So we've got some interesting things going on. Let's see. Is there anything in particular I think we should look at the circus party, because that's probably going to have some of my least favorite.
So, this book, I looked through it and it doesn't have a lot of images. So other than the cover.
But that doesn't mean there's not.
I'm sure the text is scary too. Can you shift a little to the right?
Let's see.
Yeah, it has to be like off center for you.
So our circus party would be an indoor party. I do like that they specify if it's an indoor party or an outdoor party, because you don't want to confuse those. Apparently we can make invitations that look like circus tents.
Okay.
So that when we're inviting our friends to our party.
That's not too scary.
No. I mean, I feel like you could put scary things under the tent flaps. Like, if it's a circus party, my fear is clowns are somehow involved.
Why are we covering the walls with heavy brown paper?
Oh, probably because we're going to decorate. Because we're going to put, you're going to let the kids have crayons and draw whatever they want in your room. I like the table decorations. For the centerpiece, use rims from 3 round boxes covered with colorful crepe paper. Fill them with sawdust? ? Sawdust. From the local lumber yard. So at least we're thinking locally. And figures of circus animals. Tie balloons to the chairs. They will serve as place cards. If you letter such names as Mr. Lion Tamer, Miss Acrobat, etc. Yeah. Balloons on your chair. It's giving It vibes. I'm just saying.
We all float down here.
We all float down here. We can give roles to our guests, our party guests.
A big placard to hang around his neck.
Yeah, and that does include somebody being a clown. That's got to be a choice. There are some games. May I Go to the Circus, which is, I guess, played like the game May I, with a circus angle. I don't know what that means.
I don't either. Congratulations, Shadows of Life. You've been randomly selected as a VIP for the stream.
Oh, it's the game where you ask about being able to take steps, and there's one person who's like, in this case, the ticket agent, and they have to give permission to take steps. And it's like trying to be the first person who crosses the line. Okay. We can apparently do circus tricks, like balancing a book on your head or walking a straight line on a tightrope. Eat a soda cracker. And then sing a song. Keep moving books around. Imitate a trained dog doing a dance. I don't know. Yeah, parties are strange for kids in the mid-century. Yeah. I wish there were more pictures in this one, but I think we have one that has some pictures.
Yeah.
We shall see.
We do. But the cover of this,
If you just joined us, this is what inspired everything. Parties
the
for
Unintentional
Children
Horror,
in red. So.
because the cover of that book is the cover of a horror movie poster.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's stay on brand.
Yes. We'll continue with a children's party book. I will note, this stream is not intended for children.
Yeah. This party book is intended for children, being a collection of tested menus, novel table decorations, unusual costumes, and unique games for little children's parties. I didn't know there were so many etiquette manuals on planning children's parties until I started working with the food history collection, because there were no such... I didn't grow up with, like, party books.
I do think the cover of this is again the most scary part of this book.
Yeah, you have these like lurking other little girls at this party, like that was that's my sound for that. So the children's party book. This is part of, again, a laundry list of other publications. This one is organized chronologically throughout the year, so we have parties for all the things that happen over the course of the year. There is some interesting table decoration going on here. Spindle effect. There are also a lot of hats, which is important on this stream. We have hats for all the seasons. That pumpkin does look a little angry. He doesn't want to be on a hat.
But not really disturbing.
Let's see. We have oh, there we go. I knew it wasn't going to take us long to find clown.
Circus!
We're back to the circus.
And George Washington's birthday.
I mean, why not both? This one gets me a little bit. I don't know. It's like...
Is that a zombie clown?
I don't know. It might be.
That is a disturbing clown.
I mean, yes.
Also, apparently the giraffe's name is Jane.
Oh, well. And then this one's just like a clown head on a stick, which is not helping.
That reminds me of the Sunday.
Yes, it does. But also not helping. Clown head on a stick. Let's see. We have our George Washington party. Again, not as scary.
Valentine party?
What are they doing to that Cupid?
Are they...
I think they're pinning hearts on him, like pin the tail on the donkey.
Yeah, but yeah, that seems a little risque as far as pinning things to the front of a masculine body.
Here's another one where we just put like a head on something and call it a done deal.
Just, it's a candle as well, so if it lights the head on fire
and it bursts into flame, that's a whole other game of put out the strange candle doll head. Let's see, we have so many parties in this one.
Apple blossom.
Yeah, but they're just playing what I assume is
Ring Around the Rosie.
Yeah, there's a pole involved, but yeah, which is the same illustration as the Maypole party. So we are upcycling our Maypole.
Only certain places really celebrate apple blossom.
That's true. Here they even have the Maypole on the table. So again, not disturbing.
Bubble party, because June has so many holidays. Yeah. Oh, there.
Yep, there it is.
There's a historical terms party, but yeah.
Can't turn the pages on this one. Yep, there we go. That just gets worse.
Treasure hunt.
Treasure hunt. Birthday parties for July. Are we having a Revolutionary War party? It looks like it.
Why is she a flapper?
I don't know. She looks like she's supposed to be dressed as a flag. Also, more heads on things. Just heads. Just heads. Why? Why are we just putting heads? It's like the hardest part to draw. We have a Noah's Ark birthday party for September. You know, classic.
Uh-huh. I have no idea what the association of Noah's Ark in September is, but...
I don't know either.
Gingham party.
Yep. Oh, this pencil has a head. A very tiny little...
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Putting heads on everything. I find that slightly creepy. Ooh! There we go.
Okay, the cat head
That poor cat.
is the most terrifying
Well, that's
thing.
how you deliver your invitations. Through the head of a cat.
Through the mouth of a cat. The mouth of a cat's severed head.
That cat is apparently named Jim.
Like, that's truly disturbing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What did that... Why?
Pretty Witchery, I don't know if this is digitized anywhere.
It might still be copyright because it's... Oh no, it's 28. It would be right around the time that it would not be copyrighted anymore.
But I can, if you want the illustrations, I can definitely get them to you.
The end of the year, slightly less disturbing. Oh, no, I said that, and then there's more heads on sticks.
Mm-hmm.
But that's specifically a paper doll party, so that actually makes sense. That you might have heads on sticks at a paper doll party.
Sure.
Because everybody's making them. Look at the way they're, like, dancing around the cake.
Some sort of ritual.
It must be. Yeah. So, you know, kids etiquette. Oh, there we go again. Kids etiquette parties.
Paper doll.
Paper doll. Yeah, for real. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Where should we go?
We could do...
You have some things flagged in here, so.
Yeah, I got... Okay,
So we're on to science fiction.
Science
for
fiction.
now.
This is Fantastic Adventures from...
Sometime.
December 1939. And we're going to start with a Listerine ad all about getting rid of dandruff.
Yeah. He looks like he's going to hurt me if I don't.
Because Listerine is for dandruff. Which, okay, I love this. Just reaches and kills
Don't ask me.
Pityrosporum ovale. Okay, I took medical terminology in college and I can't. Pityrosporum ovale, which causes dandruff. Scalp becomes cleaner, fresher, and healthier. Today, we think of Listerine just as mouthwash, but it was not.
Well, it's certainly not where it started either.
It was not intended to be mouthwash.
I will not sidetrack us, but if you have not looked up Robert Lister, who is the man who invented Listerine, wow, that's a read. Go down a rabbit hole, but not right now.
But yeah, oh, I love this. Men, douse Listerine antiseptic on the scalp at least once a day. Women, put the hair at various places and apply Listerine antiseptic right along the part with a medicine dropper to avoid wetting the hair excessively. Yeah. And then, good old Charles Atlas.
Oh my.
In just 7 days, we can make you a man. Which, of course, if anybody is familiar with the Rocky Horror Picture Show, it references these ads from the 1930s.
He does have a face for radio, pretty witchery, I agree.
Gee, what a build. Didn't it take a long time to get those muscles? No, sir. Atlas makes muscles grow fast.
I'm confused about the location of his six-pack. It seems very high.
Yeah, I don't know. But these were...
Yeah. Big deal.
All through the 30s. And that's why they're referenced in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But Atlas is not the only one.
I was going to say, he wasn't the only one.
That's why there are other
Okay,
books.
We have more.
Although these are very crittily.
Yay, it's such a good word. Ooh, that's really, I mean, that has nothing to do with the ads, but that's pretty
Yeah, I mean, that's
Horrifying.
a sci-fi
It's
illustration. It's
horror.
supposed to be horror.
I know,
Horror.
but
Horror. Okay, so continuing, we've got... this is yet another Charles Atlas. I'll prove in only 7 days that I can make you a new man.
Always weak.
This is the classic image that I remember seeing of the Atlas ads with him in the leopard print trunks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know
and that's still a thing. I mean, there was I remember who was it? Jack LaLanne came along later.
I'm trying to turn pages, but they are very
very
brittle
very
and they will fall apart easily.
Preservation.
Anatomical manual.
Oh, there you go. If you want to just buy an anatomical manual for $2, you could send away for one.
The living body, male and female.
Oh, here's
another.
Here's another like sort of.
This is the wheel belt, the wile belt. Okay, let's see just what this is, because this is totally something that would be an infomercial product.
Yes.
Don't be kidded any longer about that bay window of yours.
What?
The wile belt will take inches off that paunchy waistline. 3 inches in 10 days to be exact, or it won't cost you a red cent.
It is totally not a girdle. Yeah.
The old adage.
It's not shapewear.
The old adage, nobody loves a fat man.
Wow.
Maybe an exaggeration, but nobody admires his figure. If you want to have that well set up appearance, get rid of the fat this easy way. No starvation diets or strenuous exercises. Just get into a wile belt and appear inches smaller at once.
Also, if you would like to experience some archivist horror, which is when we feel sadness because of things we find, the bottom of this page is like old Scotch tape, and it is taking all of my self-control not to try and remove this with a micro spatula right now because of the level of sadness. This is giving the level of horror I am experiencing as an archivist for bad repair.
It's not a girdle. It's a wile belt.
No, yeah. Also, don't Scotch tape your stuff. I mean, look, they did the whole spine.
The whole
spine.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, so as I said, Atlas was not the only one with the this was 1930s, and these are very much the kind of ads that you would see, like the way they portray men's bodies today. There was a period of time where this whole muscle man thing was not. But these are George Jowett. And again, it's, if you do not add at least 2 inches to your biceps, it will cost you nothing.
His biceps are breaking chains.
Yes, sir. 2 solid inches of tough, sinuous muscle added to your biceps, where it won't cost you a penny. So again, these are infomercials. This is the
in written form.
Yeah, the same as health and fitness infomercials today. And then of course, this is what was the year on this one? This is 1935. March of 1935, and we've got an ad, and these are essentially similar to comic books. They're looking for that same kind of audience. The third sex, man or woman? For hundreds of years, men and women have talked with hushed voices about strange people. Men who are not men. Women who are not women. No one has ever dared to talk out in the open about it. Is it any wonder that the shocking, lurid facts of this great social evil are unknown to the great mass of men and women? Is it any wonder that queer nicknames are commonly used to describe these people? A doctor casts the light of truth on the strange, exotic world of twilight men and women. I like that terminology. We should start calling trans people twilight men and twilight women again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a doctor has dared to tell the truth about sexual abnormalities. In plain, understandable words, he describes the unbelievable facts. Strange Loves by Dr. LaForest Potter.
Not Strange Love. That was a film.
LaForest Potter, noted authority, is so frank and daring that it will shock and amaze you. Yeah, so I came across this while I was looking for more of the fitness ads, and I was like, we have to look at this. And of course, this was 1935.
Yeah.
Which in the US was not quite as permissive as in Germany during the Weimar Republic period between the two wars. But yeah, it doesn't talk about it very supportively, but it acknowledges that there are...
Poor sad Criddle. So much Criddle.
Yeah, so much Criddle. Criddle is the little crumbs that break off of the brittle pages.
Yeah, it's a great word.
That must mean you have a split personality. I know. I was happy to come across that. I found it actually on the inside cover of one of them. I might try to scan it at some point.
Let's see. I'm trying to decide where we should go. Okay. These are...
Oh.
So, this is like both unintentional horror and maybe like unintentional archives horror, because like we get surprised by things. Because even when you think you know what you're going to get out of a collection, you don't always know what you're going to get.
These are very tame.
Yes, they are. But, well, it depends on your response. I have had people get very nervous or uncomfortable, but...
They're very tame in... I'll explain after you show.
So I'm going to show you the not quite as surprising side first of some things in here.
I'm going to zoom in.
This collection is, well, the collection itself is a Civil War diary and some tintypes and daguerreotypes. Not uncommon. People would have nice little images of family members that they might carry with them into war, or take with them, have a picture made so that you're leaving it behind with your loved one. So this is an individual who's somehow connected to the collection of diaries that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And these are kept, they're like under glass, tap, 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 held together with the little metal frames. And two of the pictures in this collection have a little something extra stuck under those frames, which you can probably see because this is a good camera.
I say they are tame examples because these aren't full braids stuck in a book.
We do have that. So we have close to a dozen collections here in Special Collections with human hair in them. But it is shocking the first time you see it. These are mixed and there's other photos and diaries in this collection. And so we pulled these out and it was like, oh, there's hair under that. And most people's responses is that human hair? Yes, it is. It is people's hair.
But I like this, the like lock of hair with somebody's portrait, that is like the least disturbing form that this takes. But we literally, like, a full-on long braid of hair shut into a journal.
Also,
that
Also,
that gets disturbing.
Also a scrapbook that has multiple locks of hair from several girls. And I know at the time it was a collecting thing. If you were maybe, seeing a girl or something, you might keep a lock of hair. Like Shadow said, like love locks. Like you were taking them because it was someone you cared for.
Mm-hmm.
It's more nowadays we look at them lined up in a scrapbook with people's names underneath. And you're like, wow, that's interesting.
Well, these are also, we didn't pull any, but these are, ooh, zoom in.
Way in.
This is from the period when people didn't smile in pictures.
So it took 30 minutes to take this image. You'd have to sit still.
Yeah, and there's also, we probably have some somewhere, death pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Photos.
I don't know.
People used to take photos of dead bodies because
they weren't
moving anymore, and so it was easy to take their photograph, and so you would get a photo of your grandfather who just passed.
But I've been using this particular set of photos these are 1861 to 1864. They're Civil War era, so these are, I believe, either daguerreotypes. These are daguerreotypes. They are not tintypes. I believe these are daguerreotypes. Yeah,
they don't have the shimmer of
And I've been taking these into classes that I've been teaching this semester, and sometimes people do get very like, that's actual hair, and I'm like, yep, that's actual hair in there.
Not as disturbing as some of the other Civil War content that we have today.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get so much worse. I have something extra special for us today that I've also been bringing into the classroom and watching people go, we could go there if I can get to it. I have to roll away. Yeah, I'll be back.
I also agree. I think that the post-mortem portraiture is very, very interesting.
I have to zoom out for this one.
Yeah, we can see the entire thing. I'm gonna zoom
then
in so you
we'll
can
probably
see
take some stuff out too, but potentially. So, should I tell people the context for this, or are we just gonna open it and startle people and then give them?
Well, we can read what it says.
Yes.
CSA, Confederate States of America, Hospital Department, R. Ellison.
Yeah. This is not original to the 1860s, but we'll talk more about what it is later. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that one is...
That's probably why I don't lock that one all the way. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna get this other thing out of the way first. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay.
No, it's fine.
This is a replica. So the person who this collection belonged to was a Civil War reenactor. More specifically, reenactor as a Confederate surgeon. His name was Richter Ellison. That is his name on the front. This is his replica amputation kit. So, we have bone saws. We have probes. We have, we got a lot of metal bits that are pointy and sharp.
We're prepared.
And rusty.
We're prepared for the zombie apocalypse when it comes, as long as we're at work.
Yes. We have little sharp hooky bits. Now, one of my favorites and one of our colleague Kat's favorites, because she actually processed this collection as a student, are these probes. Can't quite
you have to hold them. Yeah.
Put them that way. So you can see they're kind of white on the tips. These are metal probes, and they're white on the tips because that's porcelain. And you'll sometimes see the porcelain scratched up because the real ones in the war would have been used to shove into a bullet wound to see if there was a bullet in there. Because if the probe touched a bullet, the white porcelain would chip, so you would know there was still a bullet in the wound that needed to be removed.
Not just a bullet, a chip of porcelain.
Which you could also then use all of these delightful tools to do. There's a whole nother layer in here. I always poke myself with a hook when I try to take this out. So this has a tourniquet. That is made of brass and cloth. We got some
various blades.
Yes. Our colleague Kat was really intrigued by this collection. She learned what all of the individual pieces were for. I do not have the rundown on that, but there's a lot of different specialized tools in here.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
There are Yeah, so we have little hooky bits. We have little small scalpels. We got some pliers.
Well,
and
these
some
aren't
forceps.
pliers.
Yeah.
These are cutters.
Yes.
But yeah,
We got some forceps so that when you've determined there's a bullet in there, you can go take that out.
I think this though is.
Yeah, and this guy's real Devon as well. Oh, what a time for a raid.
Hello. Welcome in, Whimsies. Hi, 16-bit Eric. Thank you so much for the raid. Indeed, anybody who is here and is not already following 16-bit Eric, I would encourage you to do so. Today on Archival Adventures, I, Rogan27, aka Anthony Wright de Hernandez, your host, have a guest, Archivist Kira here, and we are exploring items from the collections that are a bit disturbing, evocative of the Halloween sort of horror-esque feeling, but weren't meant to be.
Yeah, things that were had a purpose or of some sort. If you are just joining us, these are replica, as has been mentioned in chat. These were not actual medical tools from the 1860s.
Yes, this is a replica.
There are places that have collections like those. We are not one of them. We just happen to have these as part of an individual's collection who was a Civil War historian and reenactor. Yes, please do not stick a probe into a wound.
No.
To figure out if there is still a chunk of hot lead in there.
Well, okay, so we've looked at the surgical kit.
Yes.
Let's look at
the other part of this.
The other part of this.
Well, this is actually parts 1 and 2 of 3. I did not bring all 3 parts. Wait a minute, I gotta put this.
Yes, if the zombie apocalypse arrives, we have an appropriate arsenal here.
We do. Like, seriously. When I came here, I figured out what I would use in the event of a zombie apocalypse.
I would use the paper cutter personally. But...
Yes, we have many large paper cutters. Okay, so if you are a Confederate reenactor or a Union reenactor and you are a doctor, what else do we need? We don't just want to cut people's bones off.
Right, we're not just going to amputate.
That's wrong. We don't just do that. I mean, that was the default for a lot of things in that particular conflict, but let's just, so this may be hard to see because it's black on black, but if you are a good Pretty Witchery's ahead of the game. What do you need? You're not wrong.
So this is a regulation field medicine kit. Mm-hmm. Again, this is a replica.
We want to be very clear about that. What we are showing you are replicas, and I can talk a little bit about what we did find when we first opened this up and what we did with that.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that.
So, if you can kind of see inside, we have some glass bottles.
I mean, I can zoom in. We can get
we've
more
got
light.
some, yeah.
Lamp. Zoom. Rhubarb.
So we have some bottles. Some of them they all have labels. I have to remember which way I'm going here. They are made to, again, replicas. I want to keep saying that. Mm-hmm. Replicas. So they are made to look like what what would have existed at the time. So
Poison.
You'll find, fake labels about poisons.
Powdered opium. Cough mixture.
Yeah.
But this is exactly what
it would have looked like.
What somebody in the Civil War, like a Civil War medic, would have been carrying.
Now, when we acquired this, here's a good one because it's Dr. Morpheus's patent elixir with a dragon on it. I feel like that was somebody's in joke. So when we acquired this, there were actually liquids in some of these bottles. And this one's unlabeled. That's nice and shady. We also have some littler ones.
Lead acetate.
Lead acetate. That are sort of stuck in here. Fluid extract of ipecac. Ooh, there's a good one.
I mean, ipecac.
Yeah.
important.
So when we acquired these, as you can see, they are sealed with corks. The previous owner, who, as I said, was a reenactor, had some liquids in these bottles that we did have to dispose of. So that was fun. Again, if I make jokes about the archive side of the horror, which is what we encounter in boxes that we're not prepared to encounter. So we had a whole bunch of bottles with evaporating liquids in them. That was kind of fun.
Chloroform. Of course, opium pills.
They're not opium
They're not
pills.
actual opium but there are.
Oops.
Things
Now I'm
in there.
dropping things as I try to put things back in. Yeah, so there's like some little bandages and stuff like that. Oh, does the hair in the photo frames pose any preservation risks?
Sterling, the dolls are on display in exhibit cases right now. That's why we're not showing them. Plus, we've already shown them on stream before.
The hair in the photo frames does not pose a particular preservation risk. Human hair is surprisingly long lasting. It does not, it's trapped under the glass, but it is not fully sealed, which means we don't like to fully seal things because if something inside that sealed packaging does what we call off gas, which is like when it emits something that we don't want it to taint other things, then we want that to be able to vent out somehow.
Yeah, we don't want it to
But
go
human
below.
hair does not do that. And in fact, it's kind of being preserved by the glass because it's just contained in there.
So why was rhubarb on the list of meds?
Was that on the list of meds? I missed that. I'm
It
assuming
is.
that rhubarb or some sort of tincture of rhubarb must have had, I do not know enough of the history, some sort of medicinal function at this period in time. So we're talking about 1860s. We could certainly figure that out.
See what I can learn.
So the hair itself does not pose a preservation risk in the way a lot of other things provide much bigger preservation risks. I'm wondering what rhubarb would help with, other than it tastes good. But are rhubarb leaves poisonous? Let's find out. I don't know enough about rhubarb other than knowing that I like it. Dun dun dun. Okay, well that's a possibility.
There's no. Okay.
I don't know if the leaves are poisonous. I know we only eat the stalks.
What
else is in here? Oh, we got some old percussion caps.
Hang on, I
Okay.
have to minus AI this. Oh, okay. Nope. I mean, there's a whole book. Herbs 2000. Okay. Introduced. Herb has been used. I'm trying to find what it was used for.
Dun dun dun. It's a mystery that we're solving in real time. But not really.
I love this. It keeps saying, it's been used. It was commonly used, but they have yet to say what for.
Oh, a laxative, apparently.
Okay, yeah.
Extracts of it could be used as a laxative. The roots, particularly. Again, we're not using those leaves.
The note, on Wikipedia, it did also note that it was traditionally used in China as a laxative, but that there was no actual evidence to show that it's effective.
Also, we got some fun snippy bits in here.
It's also used in homeopathy as a topical remedy for application on boils, burns, and carbuncles. As well as in the form of a tonic, as a stimulant, a gentle stimulant for appetite.
Bass Insider, you are correct. Everything's almost always used as a laxative, seemingly.
Apparently also effective in the form of a mouthwash for treating canker sores.
Oh, okay. So, I will also, it's hard to describe over the internet. This bag is very heavy. the thought of having to carry something like this, along with that box, along with this kid actually has a second bag that is not here. So the thought of carrying this amount of weight is fascinating to me, on top of everything else you would have been carrying in the field. If you were armed as well, rifles of this era were very heavy. So a lot of weight that you're going to end up carrying, whether you want to or not. So yeah, this was, like I said, the archival horror side of this is some of these bottles had mysterious liquids in them that we had to dispose of. So that was also exciting. But that was a preservation concern, because they were evaporating. There was a lot less liquid that was probably initially in these bottles. But it was evaporating, and we don't know what it might have been emitting into the bag. And, did we want multiple things doing that?
Was it just colored water, or
it was not
oils in there?
Yeah.
Is it flammable?
We were able to tell by smell what a lot of the contents were, and it was not water.
What should we look at next? We could look at naked people.
That's weird that you said that. Now that's making me uncomfortable and not wanting to pull this out. Which I didn't know. I found some things for today's stream. Anthony found some things for today's stream. So I was very surprised when I saw that. I was like, what's happening?
Yes. As I said, this stream is not for children. But yeah, this is an item in our collections, and it is, I don't know, unintentional horror. It is definitely not meant to be horrific, but it is a bit
I'm really
disturbing.
scared about what pages are marked here and where this is going.
They are, there is strategic crayon placement. I selected images that were not intercourse or
that's good.
fully revealing, because those exist in this book. I don't understand why they're having a naked picnic
In the dunes. I don't know. I don't even have commentary on this.
It's a coloring book.
It is what it is.
Literally a coloring book. Year of publication.
Well, 1970. That explains it.
Suggestive crayon placement in the introduction to the...
Oh, and this one's a color by numbers.
Yeah, there's color by numbers. This one is the one that is the easiest to show, because you can't easily tell exactly what the image would be.
I don't want to know. I'm not trying to figure it out.
Some of the other color by numbers ones are
yeah, we're not going there.
very close up.
Nope.
Looks
we're not
at
going there.
Intercourse.
Nope, not going there.
But yes, we have a naked coloring book in our collections. I do not know why.
I don't know either.
Um,
I didn't know this existed until about an hour ago, and then I was like,
You didn't know?
No, I didn't. I was like,
Oh.
what is this?
it sits on the folio shelves, and I don't know why it's there.
We're gonna put it back on the folio shelf. Where it belongs. Okay, let's go in a totally different direction. Not connected to anything else we had today, but so for those of you who know where we are,
University history.
University history. Our current mascot is a large turkey bird,
Yep.
the gobbler. Exactly, Portugal. Now for something completely different.
And
This
now,
is a previous iteration of our mascot.
late 60s,
Yeah.
1970s.
Into the 80s. This was late 60s into the 80s, I believe. And it is a very long neck turkey.
It is a very thin turkey.
A very thin long neck turkey. I don't know how this iteration came to be, but we kind of refer to him as the long neck hokey bird, and always catches me off guard.
It
He's
is quite
very
disturbing.
tall.
The first time I saw this version of the hokey bird, I thought it was just for basketball, because I saw it in the context of a photo of a basketball game. And so I was like, oh, they just have a really tall hokey
No.
bird as a mascot for the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No. So this is the tall hokey bird. This photo's from 1973. So this was peak tall hokey bird era. Yeah. Our colleague was like, oh, I should get you the long-necked hokey bird.
There are creepier images of the slender bird, but that was the easiest slender bird for me to find. I do like slender bird. That's
slender
excellent.
Bird, that is excellent. Here, let's do that one.
Oh, this one is going to be interesting.
So this is an item that is in a box of its own, because it's in a box. It's in a box in a box. We're going to see. It's double box.
What's in the box?
The Natural Meat Identification Kit. Go ahead and contemplate what that might mean while I get this open. In and amongst yourselves. I like that you got a question mark. You got what?
Double Meat Palace? We're about to have an advertac. So we're going to go to the Be Right Back screen and we'll look at identifying meat.
When we return.
When we return. If I can...
We're back.
We're back. Ads should be done.
We've been dancing to the music while we waited.
Okay. Let's look at meat.
So we're back to meat. But this gave me time to prepare this a little better. So
let's meet some meat.
Let's meet some meat. And I love that it's the Natural Color Meat Identification Kit. Natural color. I don't know. So this is from about 1970. This is a set of, there's no way around it, meat flashcards. They are, my favorite story about this is I had this collection out not long after I came to work here at a food open house. And somebody got very excited and was like, I had those growing up. And I was like, okay, cool. So I met people that actually had these. From the Interstate Printers and Publishers, the Natural Meat Identification Kit. So they're in a little box, but I took them out of the box already. We have our cover card. And then we have like some conversation about how we can use the meat identification kit, which I think is important context for the kit. Right? The cuts of meat the cuts of meat pictured in this kit are those recognized and accepted as the standard retail cuts by meat cutters throughout the nation. In addition, they are the ones used in meat judging contests for students in agriculture or for study of home economics class. First of all, this makes total sense being here. We have a food collection. We are an agricultural school. Makes perfect sense. But then we get to suggested uses for the kit. Use the pictures to introduce the subject before going on a field trip where actual cuts of meat will be studied and observed. The cards may also be used to summarize or evaluate the effectiveness of a field trip after returning.
Yay.
As someone who took an unfortunate middle school trip to a hot dog meat packing plant as a child, this is very traumatic. Personally horrifying to me.
Yeah.
At the end of the tour, they gave everyone free hot dogs. I did not.
I'm sure you wanted to eat it by that.
Anyway, that's my personal experience. So you can use these in your home economics or agricultural classroom. So you can use this to identify things. In a procedure, this is my favorite, similar to a game of pinning the tail on the donkey, may be utilized by having an outline of a carcass drawn on the chalkboard or on a poster or a flannel board. Then each student is given one card, one or more cards to see whether or not he or she can pin them on the correct spot on the carcass outline. They use the word carcass outline twice in the same paragraph.
Yeah, outline of a carcass.
Yeah. You can have trivia versions of it, competition where everybody knows your cuts of meat.
Where everybody knows your cuts of meat.
You can do that in teams. In the selection of meals to give proper diet, the pictures may be used to lend an atmosphere of reality in selecting the main entree, such as in simulated shopping tours or similar events in the classroom. Or they can be used as entertainment feature of a school week, parent and son or daughter banquets, livestock auctions, fairs, or similar events. Parents and other participants, parents and others may participate in identification contests with appropriate prizes given. So.
Yay.
Oh, Pretty Witchery, I'm sorry.
Also, I missed it earlier. Lord Portico, thank you for the 58-month resubscription.
Now, I'm skipping over the card that has the cheat sheet because each card has a cut of meat. It also has a number on the back. So it can be a quiz style game. some of my previous coworkers have been disturbingly good at this, like in terms of knowing their cuts of meat. I do not. I do not eat a lot of meat. I have been a vegetarian, so I cannot help you. But it is meant to be a bit of a game, and you can...
This is beef, yes?
This is beef. There's more than beef represented. There are different animal different animals and different cuts of different animals in here. So this is beef at the moment. There are 108 cards in this lovely little stack. It is all laminated and large.
I don't know what cut that is. I just know it's beef.
It's a standing rib. I didn't even know there were this many cuts of meat. There's like
never heard of that.
35 cuts from the beef alone. That's like a lot. And you know, they're cuts of meat. This is like a lot of beef. Then we get into other stuff. Oh no, that's still beef. We're still in the beef cards. I'm trying to get out of the beef cards. Beefy. Oh, now we switch to pork. Not that I can tell the difference, but
yeah, that looks very like beef.
Yeah, but not. And it says the true color. Oh, bacon. We know that one. Like that looks familiar. Let's see.
Oh dear.
They have separated pork.
That's a ham.
They have separated pork fresh and pork cured. So we have two different kinds of pork categories. Yes, that is ham. We're all going to be either hungry or the opposite of hungry. Canadian bacon? Yeah, Canadian style bacon. There we go. Got some of them are upside down. Oh, some of them are out of order now too. Oh, that's just gonna confuse me. I can tell that some of them are upside down.
Lamb? No, veal.
That's back to beef because they're out of order. So that's that's
Number
spare
50.
ribs. That's pork spare ribs.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get us towards the end of the stack, which is where it gets.
I was hoping there was birds too.
No birds, just meat, not poultry, just meat.
Oh, okay. No, that makes sense, I suppose.
I'm really curious if there's a poultry kit. Like, was there an equivalent for birds?
What about a seafood kit?
Yeah.
Now there's, like, they need more.
Yeah. Get on it, history. So I'm trying to get to, if they're still in order.
I guess if you were, like, training to be a butcher, this would make so much sense.
I mean, we have an agricultural school. There are people that learn butchery. I'm not surprised. Like, I think these are extremely valuable tool, but they also can.
They are also somewhat
people out.
disturbing. Like,
Because
what is that?
Oh, now, my friend, we've gotten to the offal. What number is
I mean,
that?
it's definitely awful.
That's
but-
livers from all three of the animals that are highlighted here. So we have veal, pork, and beef liver.
Yay.
Different sizes.
Tongue?
Yes, we have. No, that's hard.
Oh, hard.
We have reached the organ meats.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There's the tongue.
Yeah.
What about the brain?
Yeah, we're getting there. I mean, we don't. We have some kidneys.
I marked. Oh, it's in the Jell-O.
Okay. Some ox joints. Some good old beef tripe. Uh-oh. They look like, some sort of, like ochre jelly or something, right? Some sweetbreads, and then some brains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, sweetbreads are not bread.
No, they're thalamus glands. And then because the cards are out of order, there's just some other things in here. So, meat identification kit. Fun to bring out at events. People are like, what is happening?
No, it definitely should just be called Meet Your Meat.
Yeah. I love that it says natural color. I'm like, I don't feel like it is. This was 1970. It's very technicolor-y.
Yeah, these are, I mean, because we know that grocery stores do things to make meat look red longer.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Archival Horror of trying to put this back in the box it came out of. Let's see.
Yeah, if you want brains, it's in the Jell-O.
Okay, one of the Jell-O ones. There's so many. I said I wasn't going to go back to Jell-O, but was it this one?
Possibly.
Okay.
It's one of the bookmarks. I definitely bookmarked.
Joys of Jell-O, different edition. This is from the 1981 edition. So if you missed the beginning of the stream, we did look at the 1974 Joys of Jell-O cookbook. This is the 1981 Joys of Jell-O cookbook because they kept producing them because people keep buying and doing things with Jell-O. Here's the gazpacho salad, as opposed to gazpacho soup, which we did see in the earlier stream. It does look like brains, even though it's not supposed to be.
This is modern enough that celery was no longer a Jell-O flavor, so it uses the lemon Jell-O instead, if I'm remembering correctly.
It is lemon Jell-O and consomme, yes.
Because you want all of those savory vegetables in lemon Jell-O.
This one has crushed garlic in it too, which I'm just thinking about getting a mouthful of garlic and some gelatin.
Nope, that's the shrimp.
Ooh, here we go. The shimmering, the shimmering shrimp mold. Boy, I can't say that.
It must be the other Jell-O.
Okay. We have so many Jell-O books. Apparently we got something good. But this is the shimmering shrimp. That is, I did misread that and thought it said it had peanuts, not pimentos. And I was like, why are there peanuts in here?
Okay, so this is another Joys of Jell-O, 1963.
I'm telling you, they put one out like every year.
It's got a great cover.
This one has a great cover. This cover was used for several years running, and I really like it.
And we had, again, shrimp.
And a delightful
vegetable trio. But gorgeous photography.
Now, the Sea Dream one, there is not shrimp in the mold. It's just piled in the center because obviously that's what you do is you pile the center full of shrimp.
What?
It's the Sea Dream salad, which is on page 66.
I'm just wondering what flavor of Jell-O they paired with the shrimp.
It's either lime or lemon lime, I want to say.
Sea Dream.
I was correct. Lime is the first ingredient.
Yep.
Lime or lemon lime.
Lemon lime gelatin.
So the mold is filled with shredded cucumber and vinegar. And then you just, lemon or lime Jell-O. And then you just fill it full of shrimp because why not?
Barbecue cubes.
I've made barbecue Jell-O salad cubes, for the record. I have made these. They are horrifying. I have experienced the horror personally. So barbecue Jell-O salad cubes, right? You make with lemon lime or lemon Jell-O. Boiling water, tomato sauce, vinegar, salt, pepper, and additional seasonings. So if desired, for extra flavor, add small amounts of one or more of the following. Onion juice, yes, that's when you juice an onion. Or when you grate it very finely so that it makes juice. Seasoned salt, celery salt, cayenne, Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco sauce, or prepared horseradish. So you make these cubes, you cut them into slabs, and you put them over green lettuce with cooked shrimp and then cover it all in French dressing. I made these for a party as a sort of joke and also to see who would try it. And I thought when I made it without any of the add-ins, and I thought, this smells horrifying. It can't possibly get worse. So I added some celery salt and some Worcestershire sauce. Boy, was I mistaken. The smell in my fridge the next day was its own horror.
I must not have bookmarked any of the brains recipes.
Onion juice is when you basically take an onion and you grate it over like a very fine grater or almost a zester. And instead of like wanting the actual grated part, you produce a lot of liquid, surprisingly, from an onion. And that is the onion juice. And you can use that as a flavoring element. It is very concentrated onion flavor.
I have never, I've had savory Jell-O made with sweet Jell-O. Despite seeing lots of these, I have never before considered cauliflower as something that should go in Jell-O.
Discount Christmas trees is a great description. If you want to put those on your table to look like Christmas trees. If you had a pine tree shaped mold, it would be even better. Think of what you could do with it.
Okay, but there was brains.
Really? I don't remember there being brains in here.
It might not have been in this one, or I swear I might have imagined it because I was imagining horrifying things.
I don't see any in here either.
Okay.
I feel like I would have come across that.
It was probably one of the meat books instead.
I mean, that kind of looks like, yeah. Also, this has cheese carrot salad, buttermilk and cottage cheese, and also Jell-O.
I'm actually surprised there are no brains recipes.
I'm sure there are. They're just the Joys of Jell-O were pretty much fruit or veggie based. They didn't have a lot of meat. Now, other Jell-O cookbooks often had meat.
Yeah.
Probably the most disturbing one I've come across was raspberry gelatin with chunks of peaches, cooked elbow macaroni, and chunks of cooked ham in it, like floating in it, like these guys. Yeah. So.
We've surprisingly not had any aspic.
Now, I love the Technicolor dreams that are Bring Around the Tuna. The just Technicolor dream of...
It is not green tuna. The tuna is under lettuce. You can't see the tuna.
Yeah. It's hiding in the middle. It's a surprise, which is even worse. Sometimes it's worse when they're in black and white because you don't know what's going on in there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the word surprise in a recipe title is always horrifying. Tomatoes. Oh, these ones I love because they were like, why not reuse your cans by putting Jell-O in them?
It looks like the
cranberry
sauce from a can.
This one is tuna in mayonnaise,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't tell from the colors.
It would be flesh colored. You wouldn't want it in color.
But sometimes you can make nice things like cheesecake. That's less horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's okay. We can stop with the Jell-O.
the Jell-O. Here, I'll give you that.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know. I pulled this one by title alone, so it may not be.
I didn't find anything ridiculously disturbing in this when I flipped through it, but save your old socks.
But who's to decide what's horrific? Not us.
Save your old socks.
Yeah. Hooray for paper bags.
Now, I think the most disturbing one is made from a deflated rubber ball.
No. Oh no. Oh no.
I think Silly Billy is the most disturbing of the puppets.
Cut a cross slit in the bottom of a hollow rubber ball for your index finger. Cut a slit for Billy's mouth? Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, I find the directions really...
Oh, there's some questionable illustrations too. Like this one, the troll.
What is happening?
As fingers have to point through the holes in order to. But
no. 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 Oh boy. Crafts for kids. Oh, yeah, you can turn old gloves, yeah, all kinds of things. I mean, for all your puppetry needs.
It wasn't as bad as some of the other things, but it had some questionability. Yeah. This is from the Process Quick Freezing Collection.
Yeah.
I do not know what that means.
So
I have no idea what the Z process is.
This was a company that developed their own industrial process for quick flash frying food. Freezing food, yes. Flash freezing food. Supposedly.
MT Zerotchen Zef.
All I can figure is maybe that's somebody who worked for them. Or
The
somehow.
Third?
The
I
third.
don't know.
So it's a scrapbook from somebody who was intricately involved in this industrial process. For whatever reason,
Okay.
they kept a scrapbook.
Which is great, but what is this?
Oh, I don't know.
This is I came across this and I was like, it's pre-cooled, no grit, washed and iced. But what is it?
It's lettuce or kale.
Is it?
I think so. That looks like kale.
Because I was like, I don't know what this is.
I mean, it also looks like something out of Doctor Who in the
it's
80s.
very disturbing.
But it also looks like kale.
Like, it is... Lettuce is the least... Like, I was like...
Or spinach? It could be spinach
Well,
or kale.
Also, when I first saw it and I saw washed and iced, I read it as this being ice. I read it as washed ice. And just the shape of it
Mm-hmm.
was disturbing.
Yeah. It's like spinach or kale. Pretty sure.
But I don't want frozen spinach or kale. I really don't want frozen spinach. Microwaved frozen spinach was why I thought I didn't like spinach.
Mm.
I don't know why frozen brains.
That's where you had brains on the brain.
Brain!
Brains in a carton.
Quick frozen brains in carton.
No, thank you. I'm good. It was a very tiny and in that other one.
Mm-hmm.
But no, thank you. No brains in cartons. I'm good.
Like, this was interesting. I had never seen this collection before.
No,
and
it's relatively new, and I didn't realize they also had a process for flash freezing meat. I thought it was very, because the other page over here has, mackerel and shrimps and...
I only had a brain in a carton.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's... we may actually end up doing an entire stream with this.
Oh,
book.
there's, 2 other ones like this from other companies, too.
Oh.
You could do a combo of
No,
all
that
of
would be
them.
great. Because I'd never run across it before.
Yeah,
and
we just got it a couple of years ago, and I think the other one was right next to it on the shelf because they got processed sequentially. But there's at least one more that's... Oh, you've got the folder.
Oh, yeah.
There's at least one more that's just like this, all about industrial freezing processes.
I mean, we did an entire stream on a German electric plant, and we couldn't read anything, and things weren't really labeled, and we still talked about it for 2 hours. How did it come to the archive? I saw a New York City processing plant photo. I think we probably bought it.
So that particular one we purchased. It is a collection, because we do food history and food and drink history here. It was something that we had a bookseller that we have purchased from before who said, hey, we have this, are you interested?
1917 to 1937.
Yeah, so it's that dates from around 1917 to 1937. We're not 100% sure. And so it was pamphlets and photos and stuff relating to this particular quick freezing process that was developed by this company.
Yeah, and it was purchased.
Yeah,
So.
it was purchased. I remember when we acquired it. But it's there's 186 photos and all this stuff about, oh, that shouldn't be in there. Well, that's a different problem. Well, that's fine. Anyway, yes.
Zeron.
So the guy who invented it was a Russian-American engineer, apparently, in food preservation and quick freezing technology. So this is just some of the documentation of his experience creating this process and the factory or the company that came out of it.
Cool.
I think they were eventually bought out by somebody else. And there's another similar one for a different company, because we think of there are certain names we think of when we think about food process, food freezing. Bird's Eye was the company that actually figured out the process for freezing vegetables. But there were a lot of other smaller companies that were also doing this kind of work. And then,
yeah, I Bird's Eye, Schwann's, Green Giant. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's at least one more photo album or document like that talks through another company's process for also freezing things, because apparently we freeze things a lot. And before we completely abandon food history, 69 ration recipes for meat.
Mm-hmm.
From Armour Company. Armour and Company in Chicago. Big name in meat products.
Armour hot dogs. I don't know why I sang it to the Flintstones
Yeah,
tune.
that was weird. Okay. So we are talking World War II era. We are rationing our meat in wartime. So let's keep that in mind as we go.
More meat.
Yeah. Shopping with ration stamps. All that fun stuff. I like take good care of the meat that you buy.
Mm.
I mean, sure. Extend your meat to make more servings. This is where we're headed. Stews with vegetables, noodles or dumplings, meat pies with biscuit or pastry toppings, loaves made with bread and cracker crumbs.
Extend your meat. Ding.
Nope, I didn't say that.
You did.
No, I didn't. La la la. I did not say it. Just add some oatmeal to your meatloaf. It'll be great. Maybe.
I mean, honestly, that isn't...
Probably just disappears in there.
That
You
isn't
probably don't
really
notice.
scary. I could see... You wouldn't want too much oats, but honestly, a lot of meatloaf recipes use saltines.
Yes.
So I don't see that oats would be a big issue.
You can also use Ritz crackers to make mock apple pie, but that's if you're not familiar with Treat. Treat was Armour's version of Spam, so it is a canned meat. So we have Treat with noodles and cheese.
Best and cider.
We're never talking about
Extending meat.
no. We're
again.
never talking about rationing again. Let's see. This is not too bad. I mean, we're just rationing. I do like pork pines.
What?
It's pork sausage, and it's like you put is it what I think it is?
Pork sausage, pork shoulder, rice, flour.
Oh, I thought it was one of the ones where you have like little almonds or something sticking out of it, so it looks like a porcupine. But that's not what this is. These are like meatballs with rice to extend your pork sausage.
Mm-hmm. Extending meat again.
We can't escape it. Deviled lamb neck slices. No.
Mm-hmm.
Bologna cups with hot
Sorry,
potato salad.
what is serve-a-lot?
Cut.
Creamed eggs and...
Oh, it's like short. It's like
Serve-a-lot.
Vienna sausages. They're
Ah.
Armour Serve-A-Lot sausage, short stick sausage. So
Okay,
I
so that's a
assume
brand name.
that it's a brand of like little sausages or something. So you marked scrambled
Yes,
brains
scrambled
and
brains and eggs.
eggs.
That-
Veal heart
That
with
is
noodles.
yeah. 1 calf's brain, about 1 pound. 1/4 cup clover bloom butter. 5 clover bloom eggs,
That's a lot
beaten
of eggs.
slightly. 1 teaspoon salt. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper.
No, it's 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper.
Oh.
You don't want it to be too spicy there.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to read from the screen.
I know. We don't
a-
want it to be too
1/8
spicy
a
there.
teaspoon of pepper, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of tomato catsup, 2 tablespoons chopped parsley. Wash the brains thoroughly
Well, yeah, always.
and remove as much of the membrane as possible.
Yep.
Soak a half an hour in salted water so you have to brine the brains.
They also often, or alternatively, you also see them soaked in milk or buttermilk.
Drain and simmer 20 minutes in water to which 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice or vinegar has been added for each quart of water. Drain and cool in cold water. Melt the butter in a heavy skillet. Combine the brains with other ingredients and stir with fork until eggs are lightly set.
I'm really
6
glad they added that
servings.
ketchup in there for color.
I think I need to wash my brain thoroughly after seeing some of these items.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Veal heart with noodles. That sounds somehow less disturbing than scrambled brains and eggs.
And the thing that I find interesting about that one is not even any of that, because as somebody who spends too much time around food history, is the 6 to 7 servings. That's a really odd number to see. Like, traditionally you see, like, servings as, like, 2 or 4 or even 6 or 8, but I've almost never seen, like, 6 to 7 as a serving size.
So brains as a food item are not really terribly unusual. There are plenty of recipes for it. We tend to not think of them as food here in the US, at least once you hit like middle class. I think it would have been more common on like cattle farms and things like that. But today, you're not going to find it.
Well, they're making a comeback in certain culinary circles. If you are farm to table or very focused on no waste or zero waste, or using all of an animal.
Right. It's just the problem today is foot and mouth disease.
Yes.
So that is a brain disease in cows that can transfer to humans, and so foot and mouth is a problem, and so you have to be careful in buying brains to eat.
Some people have told me that they are quite delicious. Apparently they have a very soft texture, which is why serving them with scrambled eggs doesn't surprise me, although that seems like it would be a very soft dish overall, and who doesn't like some texture. But
yeah, sorry, my brain
that one, not
went,
that one.
went to Clue and Monkey's Brains, which this is not. This is
Cantonese,
calf's
while popular in Cantonese cuisine, are not often made. Yeah. So again, we are in wartime, so we're using all the parts of this animal, which is actually a trend that often comes back. So we've got liver and kidneys and sweetbreads and alt tripe. So we're back to all those things we saw in the flashcard.
Now I don't know, Bast Insider, if I said foot in mouth or foot and mouth, but it is foot and mouth.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, sometimes you
French fried tripe.
French fried tripe. Yeah, that was on the page we were just on, I think. Yeah. 1 pound of fresh tripe.
I guess I don't know what French frying is.
Flour, baking powder, salt, sugar, egg, milk, stiff dry ingredients. Combine the beaten egg, milk, and fat. Gradually add into. So they're making a batter. It is not a. Yes, foot in mouth with it. Yes.
Yeah.
They're making a batter, so it's not like a flour, and it's not and then egg wash, and then, so I don't know if they were describing that as a French fried technique.
Yeah, I don't know. I usually only have tripe in pho, which is really good.
So yeah, where do I use the tag? Oh, this had a tag. Oh,
It
lost
did.
something already.
It'll be around here somewhere.
We'll find it later.
If not, we can make another one.
Wouldn't be the first time. Let's see.
Manual of.
Yeah, I thought this had pictures, but I guess it was one of the ones that didn't have pictures.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying not to sneeze directly into the direction of the camera. So, my apologies.
No pictures, but descriptions. Let's see.
There are some surgery manuals we have that have pictures. I guess I thought this was one of them, but I did not confirm it before.
This is the a manual of military surgery. And we'll just, for now, the index. Abdominal wounds. Abscess on the brain. Accident to stumps. Amusements in camp. Amputation at ankle joint of arms, at elbow joint of foot, of forearm, of finger, of hand, of hip joint, or at hip joint, at knee joint of leg. Yeah.
Yep.
Anal fistula. Ankylosis.
Oh, I like appearance of gunshot wounds. That's for those probes.
Appearance of gunshot wounds, 157.
Also, right above it says annual allowance of clothing, which is confusing me in a manual of medical surgery. I'm like, wait, what?
Well, that's like amusements in camp as well. Okay, 157.
Uh-oh.
Chapter 6. The character of gunshot wounds. Orifices of entrance and exit, primary hemorrhage, natural hematosis, tourniquets, but seldom required in surgery. How hemorrhage controlled, examination of wound for foreign bodies should only be done once.
Yeah, don't pull some weird presidential stuff where 8 people stick their hand in a president's body after he's been shot.
But that thoroughly and as soon as possible after the accident. Yes, because anybody being shot in war has had an accident.
I mean,
the history
yes.
of the case important. Lodging foreign bodies always give trouble.
This is the weirdest, abstract to this chapter
Yeah.
that I'm like, sometimes we're like complete thoughts, sometimes we're missing words.
Even years after injury, gunshot wounds do not require dilation. Necessity of examining the pulsations of the main artery below the wound for suspected injury.
Okay.
Ligation of the open mouths of the artery, the rule of practice. Water dressing, the only national treatment of gunshot wounds.
Please don't put bad water in there.
Sorry, rational treatment. Its advantages over all other applications. Secondary hemorrhage, how treated. General or constitutional treatment of gunshot wounds.
Do not put water in a wound in the field. No.
I mean, that's likely to get you
Something else.
like tuberculosis or dysentery or...
An infection.
Mm-hmm.
But you're probably going to get anyway, but...
Yeah. Appearance of gunshot wounds. We have already stated that the more perfect and destructive arms now in use in modern warfare and the variety, form, and size of missiles have modified materially the symptoms and march of gunshot wounds. From the effects of a cannon shot weighing 600 pounds to the ounce ball of an Enfield rifle, a small fragment of shell, or still smaller buckshot that enters into the musket cartridge, we see every possible variety of wounds, both as to extent and severity, although the cases of gunshot injury requiring treatment are usually from rifle or musket balls or small fragments of shell.
Yeah.
Large, round cannonball have nearly been discarded from modern warfare, and the pyramidal piles which formerly graced all arsenals
This is too poetic.
have now given place to elongated shot and bolts of 3 times the former weight of metal, which are ejected from rifled cannon with frightful velocity and wonderful precision.
Very dramatic for what should be a medical manual on how
Yeah,
to...
I'm like, they have not really described
Nope.
gunshot wounds at all.
Yeah. Instead, we're just having dramatic thoughts on...
And the author does that a lot. I skimmed through some of this,
Yeah.
and it's very
Bacon for troops, yum.
it's very like wordy for what its ostensible purposes.
Biscuit, Confederate, I love it. Let's talk about food stuff again.
Bandages in Prussian army.
Yeah,
Why is there something special about Prussian bandages?
maybe.
Battlefield duties of the surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
These sound like good topics, but I know that if I go and look at them, they're not going to be informative, at least not for like 3 pages. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't have images, which
Ladies in hospitals, uh-oh.
is probably good. Ladies in hospitals, 95.
I'm sure it's for, the, like...
Female nurses in hospitals. As to the employment of ladies.
Oh boy, they're about to tell us their thoughts.
Ladies, in quotation marks. I think they are altogether out of place in military hospitals, except as superintendents. Hey, fine, if you want
to put them in charge,
them to be in charge, great.
Awesome.
As heads of departments, as organizers, as overlookers, officers of the female corps, if you will. They cannot be dispensed with. But for inferior posts, strong, active, respectable, paid nurses who have undergone a preliminary training in civil hospitals should alone be employed. In camp hospitals, which, with an army in the field, are merely the temporary resting places of the sick, men should alone be employed as nurses. But in the more fixed hospitals in the rear, the lady superintendents and under-nurses should, in my opinion, always be added to the regular staff. Their attention should be limited to the bad cases, and they should have the entire control
there it is.
of the linen, medical comforts, and cooking.
There it is.
All cleaning should be done by men.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
There should be a lady superintendent over each division of the hospital, responsible to the surgeon as well as to her own lady chief. There should be a store of extras under her charge, distributable on requisition from the medical attendant, and which depot should be filled up to a certain quantity weekly, the sister being held accountable for the contents. Sister in capital here because that was a term for a female nurse at the time. Been a term,
yeah.
And they typically wore headgear that looked very much like a Catholic nun's outfit. Wine and all extras should pass through her hands. She should be responsible for the due performance by her female subordinates of their duties and have a right to interfere with the wardmaster if the cleaning, etc. is not properly attended to by his male corps. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I like the idea that the women should be in charge.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know what else we have.
Yeah. The only other thing we have is this.
Oh.
Which you said has been on the stream before.
We've looked at this a few times, but it's always interesting to look at. This is from the Hauser Institute. Chemic analysis of types and temperaments with key to food. Copyright 1929. Oh, I love this. Oh no, it's Hauser, not Hazard. To my students in America, teaching people what to eat and how to eat for the last 4 years has been a tremendous task. However, looking over the thousands of letters from grateful students, we have learned how to help themselves is more than gratifying. Who have learned how to help themselves is more than gratifying and a sure proof that it has been worthwhile. When I created my chemical man, it was my object to convey to my students the fact that each and every human being is a chemical laboratory. I'm sure he would have said laboratory. A chemical man. This course of chemic analysis was arranged so that all of those who wish to make a study of this fascinating new science will know just what chemicals go into the human body. The first authorities and originators of the science of chemical types and temperaments, Dr. V.G. and Emily H. Rosine, have done a great work for humanity when they gave this added key to the world. It is hoped that soon chemic analysis will be taught everywhere, as it gives man the key to the most important thing in his life, the key to his body temple.
Spoiler alert, it wasn't taught everywhere.
Benjamin Gaylord Hauser. The 11 chemicals which create the 11 types.
Oh no.
Before going into the chemical analysis of the 11 types of people, it is necessary that the student know something of the action and reaction of these chemicals. you will see just what to expect of the types that have any one of the 11 chemicals in the lead. You will see that the calcium type is a slow, enduring, steady type because the chemical calcium, of which they have a great abundance, makes them so. See for yourself what these 11 chemicals are and do, and you will be able to understand chemic analysis. Calcium. Between 4 and 5 pounds of calcium enter into the human body. It combines with other chemicals in the body in the structure of bones and teeth. These structures are the most enduring part of man. If the calcium
Not
supply...
if you get a gunshot wound to one of them. That's what the last book taught us.
If the calcium supply is deficient, the bones and teeth are defective, and this results in nutritional defects and chronic diseases. The action of calcium upon the vital functions in the body is very important. It works upon food and helps to liberate the vital principles or vitamins so that they may be extracted and utilized. It assists all metabolic functions to be performed efficiently. Potassium. Oh, but so we could go through.
I mean, it doesn't seem horrifying yet.
But the 11 types.
But I feel like it's going to get there. Yeah.
Body types and head shapes.
No. Never mind. Now I spoke too soon.
That indicate a positive or a negative nature, disposition, and talent.
No.
The body either grows tall and slender, or else it grows short, broad, and bulky. One either has long legs and arms, relatively speaking, in which case the torso is short, high-waisted, and slender. Or else the legs and arms are short and relatively heavy, when the torso is large, long from neck to hips, and low-waisted. Usually, always, we will find the tall men attracted to the short, plump type of woman. And the short, plump man is attracted to the tall, slender type of girl, showing the natural attraction of opposites.
Usually always is a good awkward phrase. Usually always.
The tall, slender type, which we call the positive type,
Oh no.
usually has a head high in the crown, directly upon a line with the ears, where is located the power of will. The tall body, long arms and legs, and short-waisted body indicate positiveness in body build, while the high head in the will region of the brain indicates the mentally positive, aggressive, and hard-working type. The short, heavy, stocky-built man indicates negativeness in body build. While if the head slopes in the crown, if the head slopes in the crown, or is lower there than the head is in the front part above the temples, then he has a negative will and lacks aggressiveness and self-confidence. Yes, this is absolutely eugenics.
And phrenology and some of that Atlas stuff thrown into the mix.
These two types of body build and head shape belong to opposite types of people in character, disposition, talent, and they may belong to any one of the 5 temperaments or of the chemical types of people described in this source. No. There is no such thing as precisely average. You get illustrations of the different types, the 5 temperaments, of course, face shapes of the 5 temperaments, which associate with the different chemical types. So the oblong bone is either the calcium, this is the calcium type and this is the silicon type. The oval muscular potassium type and chlorine. It says chlorine here, but it's chlorin, not chlorine. Chlorin spelled the same, but without the E on the end. So that's a typo. But wide triangular, because you definitely do not want to eat chlorine.
No, you do not.
Ligamentous and sodium. I don't know what ligamentous means.
Probably nothing. It's just fancy.
Circular vital, carbon type, nitrogen type, hydrogen type, oxygen type, piriform mental, phosphorus type, and sulfur type. I guess that could be pyriform since those are both like fire-associated elements.
Oh boy.
Oh, the chemic analysis of the various types. Let's look at chlorin I've done the early ones before.
Not often seen in America. Well, there you go.
The chlorin type. Not often seen in America. Unassociative. I have no idea what that means. I'm sure it's explained somewhere. Chlorin, as a chemical element, has a strong affinity for water and dries up the fluids of the body, for it has no affinity for the organic elements. Therefore, we must expect this type to be painfully emaciated. He has a dried out appearance, like a lean Chinese laundryman.
No.
Or he is almost dehydrated, like a dried salt herring. He has a very dark, tawny, yellowish skin. Oh dear. He has small, fleshless bones, and his shoulders and hips are very narrow, and the body flat.
Okay.
Men of the chlorin type do not weigh much on the scale, probably 100 to 125 pounds, and in height are about 5 foot 6 inches tall. He is most cold and distant in a social sense, and the chlorin element causes him to be very caustic, sharp in wit, sarcastic in speech. It causes him to feel hopeless, dull, indifferent, gloomy, inclined to tear down rather than build up. Men who do a work as did Marat and Robespierre during the French Revolution have the spirit of the chlorin type. Bast Insider, it's kind of a periodic table personality.
People do just say things, and they write them down, and then other people read them,
and this was all part of the Hauser Institute, and it produced things like the fad diets of today. It was a fad diet. It was like the Atkins diet or keto diet, or it was all marketing.
Yeah, this guy created his own institute, wrote a whole bunch of pamphlets.
He had a working digestive system model that he would take places and show people stuff going in the mouth. It was a see-through digestive system.
Very Kellogg of him.
Model.
That feels like it would have been very Kellogg.
And so you could see the food go down into the little stomach place and dissolve and go down into the intestine, and I don't have that book here today that had the description of his chemical man, but he had a model of the chemical man. But yeah, the thing is, this is pseudoscience. He actually thought. Well, I don't know how. I don't know if he actually thought it, but people did. People believed this stuff.
Well, yeah, and it's the same thing of like, if you go, 100 or not even 100 years ahead of this, you had people selling patent medicines that were nothing but alcohol, but they supposedly cured everything, and people bought into it, and
And he sold a lot of laxative.
Yeah.
So then the hydrogen type. Majority are women, some men. Oh, you want me to read the silicon type? I can read the silicon type. Carbon type. The nitrogen type. Where did silicon go? Or did I not get to it yet? Oxygen. Silicon. The silicon type. Majority are men, but many women.
Well, then why are you saying the majority is the men? I'm just arguing semantics.
The most
point. As a former English major, I have a lot of issues with how this is written. Also, the absence of Oxford commas is disturbing.
Yeah. The most optimistic and lively in manners. Hang on, I want to make sure we don't get another ad tack. Silicon type people are always lean, slender, and very active. He is gay, merry, and light-hearted in disposition, not the modern meaning of gay.
Yes.
Free and unrestrained in expression. He is a great worker and seems almost tireless. He does not, as a rule, care for very heavy work, but is ambitious, energetic, and practical. Neither is he afraid of hard and heavy work, though he is not by nature adapted for heavy work, but for active, quick, and persistent work. He must work hard for his money. He works hard for his
Yeah, I was
money.
gonna say, that's a song cue right there.
He must work hard for his money and success.
It does sound like a horoscope. It very much sounds like a horoscope.
However, for he is not a schemer, planner, and moneymaker, nor does he ever take advantage of his fellows. He is natural, frank, free, outspoken, almost to the point of innocence. Most people of the silicon type are poor, yet happy. He never worries, but works hard and willingly. He is full of enthusiasm and loves social pleasures and the association of friends. He is unconventional in habits and somewhat changeable. He is interested in culture and refinement, but is not a student. He does not care for studies and books, but he learns through eyes, ears, fingers, and feet. He is a skillful hand worker. He loves to talk and associate, forms acquaintances at once among strangers, and is pleasingly convivial. He is romantic, and the future looks very bright to him, no matter what the present may be. He is known by a jerkiness of movement in walk and actions, quitting and starting suddenly. He is always in a great rush, even when it is not necessary. His activities undermine his constitution and cause him to be more thin than any other type of people. He is a great dancer and fun maker. Mirth Mac, the comedy actress, and Charlotte Greenwood, the vaudeville comedian, belong to the silicon type. They are found often among hotel clerks, jockeys, and in light athletics, such as runners or jumpers, as well as among gamblers. They are great in all kinds of nimble speed work. A man or woman of this type talks almost continuously.
So, charismatic rogues. Got it?
Except when they sleep, and are given to innocent exaggeration in description. It sounds like he's describing somebody with ADHD to me. They are the original, if not expert, fish story artists.
I'm telling you, charismatic bard like rogues. That's
Dickens
what's going on
describes
here.
this type in his
Macabre.
Macabre.
Well,
Yeah, I think it's very ADHD as well, with and jack of all trades, master of none.
yeah, that's
type.
what I was like. Rogues. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know that that's horrifying. It's just
Apparently,
disturbing.
all quiet, diffident people are attracted to the silicon type.
Okay. So there you go. Definitely disturbing.
Uh-huh.
Maybe not horrific, but definitely disturbing.
I mean, it's unintentional horror, which we took as like disturbing.
That is great for a tiefling bard. Just give him a name like Silicon. Yep.
So we've actually reached time.
Yes.
And we've looked at everything we had pulled out for today, which
Yes.
never happens.
Yes.
But
Well, we didn't pull that much, really, all things considered.
I do want to say thank you to my co-host, Archivist Kira. Thank you to my mod,
I was the camera's backwards.
Elixir, Hannah, Lord Portico at Sterling. Thank you, Lord Portico, for the resubscription. Thank you, Shadows of Life, for the bit. Thank you, 16-Bit Eric, for the raid. We will be raiding ourselves. I mean, we're not going to raid ourselves.
That would be weird.
But we are going to raid. And yeah, no, we're just gonna pop in on Stephen Joy's for some lovely hat action. Tiny hats. And Hades too. So join me in saying hello to Stephen Joy's here very shortly as we head over there. Next Wednesday, there is an Archival Adventures. I don't remember what.
I don't know. It's not me. That's what I know.
The Excel spreadsheet will open shortly, and then I won't know. I'm also I have two computers here,
So many computers.
Next week is a sci-fi story, The Lotus Eaters.
Oh.
There we go. All right.
I wonder if that's a call out to the Iliad, or the Odyssey, rather.
I don't know. We'll find out next week when we read The Lotus Eaters.
I'm backing up because I got to get my head out of the way of all the computer screens. Just drifting away. Whee!
Yes. So join us in raiding over to Tiny Hat Labs with Stephen Joys. And thanks for joining us. Thanks for being on the show today. Hopefully I will see all of you again soon. Until then, keep exploring history. Stay safe from the horror.
Yeah.